guys, how we doing? So I have an update from my last video talking about the dog of mine from a few litters ago that ended up missing. Great news is the dog has been secured and is with the owner that bought him from me. So it's good, he's safe, he's secured. This is good news. The owner doesn't want him anymore, which is not a surprise. That's all I'm going to say about that. You know my sentiments on that from my last video. So he's going to be returning back to me tonight. So the big question now is, so now what do I do with him? Because now he's March, April, May, June, 9 months old. He's never had a fence before. So, like, I have no idea what he's going to be like with a fence. I don't know what his temperament, his personality is like. He is housebroke because he's been raised in a house up until now. I have no doubt that he'll be able to transition into being a working dog. Like, he's got the instinct for it. He's got the working genes behind him. He'll be perfectly fine, which is what he's going to end up going to do. But I'll tell you, this isn't easy. Like, I can't just bring him into my house right now. My house dynamic right now is not such that I can just bring in an intact 9-month-old male dog. Like, I can't do it. And I think a lot of people just assume that I have, like, wall-to-wall kennels set up somewhere, that I own this big kennel, and that's just not the case. I'm not a breeder of those types of dogs. And you can't just, like, shove them in kennels, like in a kennel, and say, there you go, I'll take you out a couple times a day to potty and we'll be good. Or, like, you can't. This is not that. This is why them going into a shelter, any livestock guardian dog, that's the last place you want them to go to, is to a shelter. They don't thrive. They're miserable. You will either end up with a really anxious dog who will start having behaviors due to anxiety, or a really depressed dog, or a dog with cage rage real quick, because you've completely taken them out of their element of what instincts have taught them, or what instincts have put into them for years. And it's not being locked in a little kennel, even to be let out, a few times a day. This is not that. My Cane Corsos would be okay with that if they had to be. My other house dog, like countless other dogs, are perfectly fine with that in a training setting and in whatever. But livestock guardian dogs, no. So, and given this time of year, this is tricky when you have fencing that needs work and repair, and a lot of times in the spring, if you're a farmer, you know that it's fence repair time. But we just had this huge storm of like 36 inches plus. We got tons of snow everywhere yet, deep. So, like, I've got fencing that needs to be secured. I've got pastures and pens that he would have a blast in. But again, not knowing if he's going to respect my fencing, the last thing I want is for him to get loose and take off again, because he'll be totally lost now. He's been living 2 hours from here. So yeah, not sure exactly how I'm going to tackle this yet, but we'll figure it out, and I'll keep you guys posted what's going to happen next.